Hey guys, Nick here on the homestead. So it's only May today, but I'm doing some archery practice for deer season that's coming up in 4 months. I did a separate video on why I'm getting into archery hunting this year that I'm not going to rehash. But basically, I actually misspoke in that video. I didn't realize there's actually 2 additional tags you get in New Hampshire if you're willing to pay for the extra tag. So basically it expands my potential to take deer from 1 a year to 3 a year. And it gives me a 3-month season instead of like a 1-month season. But practice is probably more important, even more so with archery than with firearms hunting. So I got a new sight for this bow. It's a cheap Bear Pledge bow that I got at a pawn shop. The sight is actually about $20 more than I paid for the bow. But I'm gonna step back about 20 yards. I ranged it off. And I'll let you guys see where I'm hitting on this target. It's an anatomical target for a deer. Obviously, you know, it's pretty small. This would be like a fawn, I guess, if it was anatomically correct. But probably better to practice small than practice large. All right, give me a sec to walk down range and we'll see how I do with this 3-shot group. Alright, so far from perfect. Got one of those nicely in the heart lung, this one marginally so. And this one is in what the target shows as a leg. Now if this had been my point of aim on a real deer, I would say these two being high definitely would have been heart and lung. This one could have been a problem because typically with archery you're holding low and tight. So I gotta dial it in even a little bit more at 20 yards. This is me starting off. I've probably fired a dozen shots this year, and that was earlier today to dial in this sight. So pretty rusty. What I'll do throughout the course of the summer is I'll work it back. So once it's getting easy to dump these into the heart and lung area, I'll start walking it back to 30 yards, 40 yards. I'll even try to push to like 50. With hunting, I'm gonna keep it definitely under 40. Even practicing, I find that for me, and with this bow, which again is not the greatest in the world, there's like an exponential drop off from 20 yards. You can get it to where it's almost just, you don't even have to think about the shot. It's just mechanical. 30 yards I can get pretty good, but I still have to think about it. And then if you push it to 40 yards, it's like exponentially harder than 20. So if you guys are firearms hunters that have thought about using a bow, it's not just like with a rifle. I mean, there is like some increase in the difficulty with a firearm, but basically, especially if you're like shooting from a rest position, it's just a matter of adjusting the sights and getting stable and knowing your ballistics table. So it's not like that with a bow. I don't even really know how to put that into words, but it's just, it's more like throwing a baseball if you think about it that way. So it's, if you're playing catch with somebody, say 40, 50 feet apart, that's one thing, but try pushing that to like 120 feet or 150 feet. It's more connected to your body. So this is, I would say, tangentially related to the homesteading thing because we have a lot of woods around here. I can basically walk across the dirt road, and because of the way the hunting and property laws in this state work, there's no posted private land out there. Most of it has to be kept open to hunting basically or people choose to do so for a tax break, like a 90% property tax break. So we only own about an acre of land, but we have access to a huge amount of, it's private land, but it's open to hunting. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Probably won't do too much more on archery here for a little while. I'll just be practicing off camera over the next few months, but it's still spring turkey season and I'll be going out with the shotgun tomorrow morning. So I'm hoping to take a turkey this year and show you guys kind of some of the breakdown process and the cooking process on those. All right. Thanks, guys.